Remember, it's not the battles we lose, but the ones we
Right back. Just gotta cover something before the night is over. As you know, we have ICE doing what they do. I'm not gonna say much, because sometimes I say too much. So we're gonna let everyone else do the talking, okay? I'm not gonna say much. If something comes upon me, I will say something. If something comes upon me, I will say something. But right now, I'm not gonna say nothing. This is about another killing, okay? Close angle, okay? We're seeing it. And this man is not armed. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know, all alleged, that's what we're gonna say, right? That's what we have to say? Okay, cool. All alleged. Let's dive in and see what's going on and put this together.
This is an instance where, in fact, we knew, before we knew Alex's name here this afternoon and the background of the DHS statement here, they called him an individual, I'm going to quote here, who wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. That's their word.
He's about to say, that's their words exactly. I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Now, you know how they do. They did it with the lady. They're gonna dig somewhere, find something crazy, whatever they can, and then exaggerate it. And then they find the best. I mean, they look, and they put an order in for alpaca rugs, sometimes the Egyptian cotton rugs. They find a nice, beautiful rug and sweep everything up. That's what they do. And that's what they're going to do here. And we're going to watch them do it again and again and again. They're known for it. All alleged, right? That's what I'm hearing. I'm just talking about what I'm hearing, and that's it.
Their statement. I think by now a lot of you have seen the videos, and so too is Rob Dorr, who's the president of the Minnesota Gun Owners Law Center. According to Chief O'Hara this afternoon, Mr. Pretty was a gun owner with a permit to carry. And as Rob Dorr looked at the videos, he noticed that there was no visible firearm on Mr. Pretty. And Rob also observed that Mr. Pretty was perhaps disarmed before he was shot. Now, Rob watched that video with us this.
We all have to say perhaps. We all have to say alleged. We all have to say maybe. We all have to say from this person's opinion or perspective. That's why we have to do it. We have to. Because we don't know. We just know what we see, but they keep telling us so we're not seeing it. That shit is crazy. It will make you think you're nuts. And right now, the people are thinking they're crazy because last time they keep doing this. You know, some people know about this. Some people, there's a group of people that knows that they do this all the time, okay? But everybody's finding out that they do this, and it's amazing how they could just lie to your face, right? It's crazy. All alleged. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if that is the case, you know what you guys are saying and thinking, I'm saying it too. I'm saying it, okay? I'm saying what you guys are thinking, and that's it, okay? This is way beyond me. I put everything, when it gets like this, I put it in God's hands because it's crazy, you know? But let's keep rocking.
Afternoon during our live coverage here, and here's what he had to say.
You see his arms are kind of pinned right in front of him as he's on the ground, and then then you see the agent in the gray coat there, who doesn't have a firearm in his hand, reach around and pull out a firearm. So right here you see it looks like the man's I think Mr. Pretty's arms are pinned down in front of him. So he's not reaching for his hot firearm. Both hands are right there. Yeah. You know, it's difficult to see what happens right in this second here, but we do see that the agent comes back with the firearm in his hand. That firearm matches the firearm that was photographed by DHS, saying that it was Mr. Pretty's firearm, and then that's when you hear the shots fired.
And again, that's the perspective of Rob Dorr, who...
Why shoot him? If there's so many of you guys, whatever happened to grabbing, holding,
It's not the battles we lose,
you know,
ones we dare to fight.
I mean, like, you could even pin him like you guys be doing, like sticking your neck. Sticking your foot in their neck. Like, you could have did that and then let go. But no, you didn't even do that. You just boom, 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 boom. Pause, if that was pausable. But boom, 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 just like that, and it's over. We're gonna let him talk a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you something.
He's the president of the Minnesota Gun Owners Law Center, and I can assure you Rob is a frequent testifier at the state capitol on Second Amendment rights. And as a part of that same interview this afternoon, Rob noted to us that if Mr. Preddy had a permit to carry, it's not unlawful to be carrying while exercising your First Amendment rights. And Rob told us you don't have to pick between which rights you exercise.
You hear that? You hear that? You don't have to pick. It's not unlawful to carry your gun while exercising
Remember,
your rights.
it's not the battles we lose, but the ones
Okay?
we dare to
You heard that, man.
fight.
Now, there's more. Hold on. Now, this is Dr. G. You know, besides everything else, he's a body expert. And he's going to break a few things down for us, okay? This is just his opinion.
Remember,
Just his
it's
opinion.
not the battles we lose, but the ones we
as well as a body language expert, and today we're going to be analyzing the behavior and body language that led up to the shooting of Alex Preddy. Before we get started with this, a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to make sure you know this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go. What we're going to be analyzing today is all of the behavior, body language, and psychology that led up to the shooting of Alex Preddy. Now, we're going to be looking at this from several different angles. I'm not going to be showing the literal shooting itself. I don't think that's helpful, so I'm not going to be showing anything gruesome, but you will be seeing the altercation leading up to that, and we're going to be watching it numerous times as we talk about all of the different behaviors we see, and we're going to be looking at it from different angles. All right, let's just jump right in. Now, the first thing I'm noticing here are the whistle sounds. They are almost impossible for the brain to ignore. They're high-pitched, they're agitating, and they can lead to sensory overload. So already, with the loudness and the volume of these whistles, communication is going to get disrupted. Tensions are already going to be heightened just by that alone. So right here, you can see...
And I want y'all to pay attention. This guy is very good. Dr. G is very good at what he do. He breaks it down bit by bit. And he's just, what I need you to do is pay attention, okay? Because he's on the case, okay? He's on the case. And when he gets on the case, he really, locks in and figure everything out. He breaks it down. He makes 1 and 1 do what it do. And it comes out to 2, okay? So let's pay attention. But like he said, these are his opinions, and let's enjoy. Not enjoy, but let's stay focused, because there's no way to enjoy this.
Alex Preddy has his arm around this woman. And then you can see that Border Patrol agent just pushed this one very hard. Now, I want you to keep this in mind.
What the with you?
So he sees her, she's standing still, and he pushes her hard. Now, this is something I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, but this shows how much aggression is already building up in this situation. As you can see, she's not doing anything particularly confrontational at this point.
What's with you?
Now, if you can see, he actually walked out of his way to push her over. Watch the Border Patrol agent right here.
remember,
What is wrong with you?
but the ones we dare
He spots her. As she continues to talk, he starts stepping closer, and he pushes her with all of the force he's got. Now, I want you to keep in mind, from a law enforcement perspective, what a bad idea this is. Because if they're concerned that people are armed, If this was someone that was armed, that he was afraid could be armed and fatally shoot him or something like that, this would be the dumbest thing you could do, which would be to create a tremendous amount of space between.
The thing is, they are striking fear into the people's hearts. Okay? And that's a lot in itself. You know? So, this right here, yeah, it's a buildup. It's a buildup from yesterday, the day before, the day before, the day before. It's all a buildup. So people are angry already. So for you to agitate, for you to aggravate, for you to sit there and push the lady the way he pushed her, but it looks like a woman pushed her to me. I don't know. It just seems that way. You know, it looked like a woman. You know, but you know, he looked frail. You know, so I'm thinking maybe, you know, that's a woman or whatever. But they're saying it's a man, so the man pushed the woman, and let's continue with the story and see what's going on.
You and a suspect, or you and someone that you think could hurt you. Now, the person that he just pushed over was not Alex Preddy, but the point is that this is not a safe activity for law enforcement to do. This is not advisable for law enforcement to just push somebody over. If they need to have some sort of intervention, if they're going to arrest somebody, they need to do it in a way that keeps them safe. This is not suggesting that they are acting in the safest manner possible.
And like I said, maybe an arrest would have kept everything from escalating to the point where the man got killed. I mean, it didn't have to come out. It didn't have to come down to that. Now, what they need to do is get better training. Better training is needed for them. Maybe they do have some type of good training, but it's not good training to deal with normal human beings that's walking through these streets, going to work every day, or you know, whatever they're doing, panhandling, whatever they're doing. Now, if you have to go get these people, go get them. Put your guns away. You guys are 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 9, 10 deep. You know, that means it's 10 of you guys. You know, you roll in a pack. Okay, right? So you're rolling in a pack. You don't have to shoot all the time. You don't. You can, 4 of you guys could tackle that man, put him in whatever position you want, pause, cuff him, take his ass to jail. Send him off to Guatemala, wherever you're trying to do. But you didn't have to shoot him. And this was an American citizen. I'm just saying, that's what they're saying. I don't know what's going on. This is all alleged. I don't know. I don't even know if he's American. Let's just say that, right? I don't know. Just saying what's going on. Let's continue to let Dr. G do his thing. He's breaking it down. Let's follow.
What's wrong with you?
See, steps out of his way, just absolutely lunges and pushes her over. So after she's fallen over, now you can see Alex Preddy turn and starts to confront this officer. Now, the agent pulls out pepper spray or some sort of non-lethal spray.
Are we not supposed to protect our women? We supposed to. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to protect them when they get older. Not to say that she was like a little kid or something, but that's a woman. We protect them. You know, that's what men do. So he did the right thing. He just suffered. He suffered from it. Look what you know, fatal. It was fatal. I hate to say the word. It was fatal. It was tragic. It was death. R.I.P. Yeah, we do that. Okay, let's keep it going.
You can see he's got one hand up in a defensive posture. Alex Preddy has his head turned to the right. He's trying to avoid now. And as you can see, the officer continued to spray him in the face. So it wasn't one spray and then back up or do something in order to make the situation safer. This agent, as he continues to try to spray him in the face as much as possible, is adding to the chaos of this situation.
Remember, it's not the battles we lose.
See, he's following him and continuing to spray.
What it is it's too much happening fast and too much going on at one time. Which, if you think about it, it sounds like chaos. Chaos causes riots. Riots cause chaos. That's what you have there. A small little riot, isolated, right there. And now you got people protesting everywhere. Let's let Dr. G do his thing.
Spray him. Alex Preddy had his arm up in a defensive posture. He reached down. I presume he's trying to help her up right here. And then the Border Patrol agent pushes Alex Preddy. So that's one push. Spraying. Now a second push. So this Border Patrol agent is clearly very agitated right here. He's being confrontational. He's going out of his way to make things disruptive. This is not somebody who's trying to de-escalate. This is someone who is actively escalating the situation very, very...
This is someone that is jumping the gun. This is someone that is acting off pure, I don't know.
It's not the battles we lose.
Pure, I don't know. What is he acting off? We don't know. He's out there. He could be scared. He could be acting out of fear. And that's why he needs to go back into training. He don't know how to deal with human beings. He don't know how to deal with regular folks. He don't know how to deal with people. Okay? He don't know how to deal with mankind. Okay? He don't know how to do that. Get him out of here. Get him out of the force. Send him back to training if you don't want to get him out of the force. He shouldn't be there. All alleged. He shouldn't be here. All alleged. He shouldn't be here. I don't know what's going on. I'm listening to Dr. G. Let's listen.
very quickly. All right, let's go back and look at this a little bit more. So he's being sprayed right there. He's trying to get away from it. He gets pushed. Now the woman that was pushed to the ground, she's standing up. She appears, I don't know if she's reaching for the Border Patrol agent or if she's trying to block the spray from coming at her, but you do see her arms go up. Now he's continuing to spray. Now this is confusing right here. It's very, very hard to see. It confused me a little bit the first time I saw it. You can see Alex Preddy right here grabbing the woman that had been pushed to the ground. Now, I don't know if it's that he can't see and he thinks this is a Border Patrol agent. I don't know if he's trying to hold on so they can't pull him off. It's unclear what he's trying to do, but it almost appears that he's holding her aggressively, but I don't really think that that's his intent at this point. This is not a matter of defending him. It just doesn't really make any sense behaviorally in the context of what we've seen. See, she's getting dragged a little bit right here. He's continuing to hold on to her, and now all of the Border Patrol agents are pulling him down. At this point, I want you to think about what specific...
What's going on through his head is he's trying to help her, but at the same time, he's like, yo, wait a minute, I'm helping her, but he's holding on to her for help. Sounds crazy? No, it's not crazy, because when your mind is going through chaos in an isolated riot, that's what's going to happen. He was scared for his life.
Remember, it's not the
He was scared for his life.
but the ones we dare to fight that define us.
specifically has he done to get himself pulled over in this situation? The Border Patrol agent that now pushed somebody, sprayed somebody else in the face, pushed him again, is now pulling him off of her. He's pulling him off the ground. At this point, Alex Preddy has literally not done anything else. He has not been violent, hasn't pushed anybody. We can't hear what he's saying. Maybe he's saying something that's agitating them, but we're not seeing any physical behavior from him at this point that has been threatening towards police at all. Or threatening towards Border Patrol, sorry. I'm going to mute the sound right here so you can just focus on the visuals. I want you to watch this again.
Remember, it's not the battles we lose, but the ones we dare to fight that define us.
So at this point, as you can see, this Border Patrol agent right here is looking for a fight. He seems very angry. I talked about the whistles. I talked about other elements. I don't know why he's so agitated, but he is aggressively pursuing these protesters.
Remember, it's not the
This is the Border Patrol.
Wait. Also, besides everything that's going on in his mind, his eyes are burning. He don't know what's going on. So he's grabbing on someone, and he's just grabbing. He's just grabbing. That's all he's doing. He's grabbing. So, no, he ain't do nothing wrong yet. I don't see nothing wrong. I envisioned myself in his shoe at that moment, kind of. I really can't do it. But, yeah, that's what he's going through. So, no. BS. Everything is still in the cop's ball court to do something wrong and not him, because he's still not in the wrong.
Agent we want to keep an eye on, because this is the one that essentially instigated this issue. You can see he's wearing jeans and this is the color of his top. Just keep an eye on him.
Remember, it's not the battles we lose.
So as you can see, he's holding the pepper spray still, and it looks like he's hitting him in the face. It looks like he's swinging down and hitting Alex Preddy in the face. See, he's striking him with his pepper spray right now. Now we're going to go and look at some different people in this video, but I want you to keep in mind.
Why so aggressive?
Remember, it's
Why
not the
so...
battles we lose, but the
It
ones
seems like
we
he's
dare to
angry.
fight that define us.
And maybe they are angry. Maybe they're angry at all the protesters back and forth, people following them, taking pictures, people, yelling at them, people probably throwing things from afar. Who knows what's going on, what they have to endure out there. But
Remember, it's
nothing
not the battles we lose,
gives you the
but
right to
ones
take a
we dare
person's
to
life.
fight that
Nothing.
define us.
Not you. You're supposed to be serving and protecting, and you're supposed to be working on ICE members. How, like, what are we doing? You're supposed to be working on these people that you're supposed to be getting out of here.
It's not the
You're
battles
not
we
supposed to
lose, but the
be
ones we dare
on
to fight
the
that
Americans'
define us.
asses like that. I don't see why you're angry. We're going to take pictures. We're going to sit there and hate on you. Yes, but you have no right to do anything. But just take it. Just take it and do your job. Go get the people you're supposed to be getting, and take your time when you're getting them. Don't run in their houses and blow their heads off. Don't just do what you want to do. Okay? How about you just work with your heart if you have one? And if you don't have one, like I said, get out of the force. Go get training. Go get retrained. Maybe that's what you need. Something. You need to go get a family so you can learn to love and get a heart. And then you can learn how to deal with people. Maybe learn to love yourself. You probably don't love yourself. You're running around here all angry and mad and evil, looking disgustingly angry and full of anger and full of fucking frustration and rage. Look how you ran up on that man. Look how you ran up on the lady. You should be ashamed of yourself. He should be ashamed of himself for that. Yeah, he should be ashamed. But let's keep it going so we can switch up. Because we got to hear what Trump got to say. Because Trump always saying something funny, right? We know how he do, right? He got himself his own little rug. He sweeps shit right under there too. So let's keep it going.
This is somebody who instigated this. He started it. Now Alex Preddy is down, presumably unable to reach anything, even though he seems to be struggling right now, and he's striking him in the face with a pepper spray bottle or whatever this non-lethal agent is. Now I want you to be paying attention to the audio right here. So that's where you heard gun. And then you can see that one agent going into action. You can see him drawing his gun immediately. Now I'm going to show you precisely what happened and why I think the shooting occurred. You're going to have to watch very closely. We're going to watch this over and over again, but I want you to pay very close attention.
Oh, just go.
First thing I want you to pay attention to is the man in the gray jacket right here that just walked into frame.
What's wrong with you? Honestly.
You see him reaching down. Now, I believe that he's grabbing Alex Preddy's ankle right here. Now, I'm not sure if he was looking to see if he had a firearm on him right there, or if he was trying to help hold him down. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to the man in the gray jacket. You see him remove the gun from Alex Preddy's pants. Right there. Let's watch this again a couple of times. He's going for it and then pulls the gun out. Right there. The second he pulled the gun out, you heard somebody yell, "Gun." Now, we're going to have to go back so that you can understand why this happened the way it did and what led to a shooting.
So maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they made a mistake. When they heard gun, he already disarmed him. And they heard gun, they licked off. Boom, 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 boom. All alleged. Everything I've been saying. We ain't sticking nothing to anyone. We don't have no right. We're not judges. That's why I stay on the YouTube streets. I stay off these streets. Cause this is crazy right here. This is pandemonium.
Now, what's stranger, though, is the behavior of the man who pulled the gun out.
Remember, it's not the battles we lose, but the ones we get.
Now, the man in the gray jacket, he didn't say, "I've disarmed him." He didn't do anything to prevent that. You literally see him turn around and run the other direction. Now, I'm going to show you that footage in a second. Before we get to that, though, I want you to watch the officer in the jeans.
I saw that already. I saw him take the gun and run.
It's not the battles we lose, but the
This
ones
is
we
crazy.
dare to fight that define us.
Everybody should be ashamed of themselves. Everybody. He should have just stayed out of it. Sometimes when you see police doing something or you see some crazy shit going on, stay out of it. That could have been an immigrant. It could have been anything. Stay out of it. Let these dudes do what they need to do.
It's not the battles
Stay out of it, man, because you're going to find yourself in a situation you can't get out of. You know? It could be fatal. So, let the good doctor talk.
Now, right now, he's shuffling around a little bit. The ice is probably slippery. He doesn't have much authority right here. This is not somebody who's standing confidently, who seems to have an appraisal of what's going on, who seems calm. This is someone who seems a little bit scattered right here. Now, he's leaning over. He's observing all of the chaos. Now, keep in mind, the officer in the gray jacket right now is in the process of obtaining the gun. He has probably got his hand on it right at this moment. That right there is precisely when the gun left Alex Preddy's possession. Now you hear this man yell, "Gun, gun, gun." I do believe the man in the jeans is the one that yelled, "Gun, gun, gun." I'm not positive of that. I think that he was, because I think that as he saw the gun getting removed by the officer in the gray jacket, he just saw a gun and started yelling, "Gun, gun, gun," and drew his own. Watch this again right here.
Yeah, some bullshit.
That was the first time we heard the word gun yelled. I know it's really hard to hear this, but the word gun was just yelled. Now this officer in the jeans has his hand on his own gun and he is getting ready to draw. But I believe he's the one that yelled gun. Now he's aiming his gun directly at Alex Preddy. Now keep in mind, Alex Preddy, this is Alex Preddy's back that's being aimed at right here. Alex Preddy's arms, I believe, are in front of him. And if you watch the man in the gray jacket, he's getting ready to turn around and go the other direction. Now watch the legs of the officer holding his gun. I'm going to go back. I want you to just pay attention to his legs. You saw him shuffling from the left to the right. You see the way he's holding his arms. This is a panic response. This is not the response of a confident officer who believes he's necessarily making the right decision. He's panicking right now from what I can see. Now this other officer has literally pulled the gun out, and that's as soon as he starts aiming the gun is no longer present. It is no longer visible, and that's when he aims the gun at him. Now pay attention to the
Why would he
officer
do
in the
that?
gray jacket right here. I want to show you the immediate response once he gets a hold of the gun. So right there, this is the point where he has the gun. The shooting has now started right here. And he is literally running away and not looking back. Now at this point, when he took the firearm, as far as I can tell,
When he took that firearm, I think he should have said something in a calmly manner and said, wait, I got the gun, and calmed them down. So they can check him for any more guns and then arrest him until they can find out what's going on. Is it legal for him to have it or not? Whatever it is. Yeah.
oh, because we couldn't hear it, he didn't announce to everybody else that he had the firearm, that the man had been disarmed. And then you could argue, well, maybe he thought he had a second firearm. Maybe he thought he had one somewhere else. It would be a really bad idea to turn your back on someone if you believe that they are armed and dangerous still. So this I find peculiar. His reaction to this, the fact that he decided to run from this situation without announcing that he had the gun, that the man had been disarmed, that Alex Preddy was no longer armed, I find strange. Let's watch.
I'm just starting to think maybe they wasn't working as a unit. You know, maybe they wasn't working as a unit. And it was a signal or something they could have did to, you know, for each other, have between each other that they can use or something, because this was a meaningless death and it was for nothing. He was helping a woman like he's supposed to. You guys should have respected that and sent him on his way. Instead, it ends up in a tragic event. Like, this is disgusting. I'm gonna let him talk a little bit and we out on that note. But we gotta listen to what the president gotta say. We have to. That's the president.
So this one last time. Now, you may be wondering whether or not this officer believed there was actually a credible threat. Based on how panicked he seemed, it seems very possible that he genuinely believed there was a threat. Now,
and that's what the president is going to roll with. Now, give it a second. Now, you know, head honcho got to talk. So let's listen to the boss. Okay, let's listen to the boss. Let's listen to the apprentice. Let's listen to Mr. Trump. Let's give it up. Let's hear what he got to say. And hear the greatest sweep under the rug that we heard from him yet, probably. You know? He did a lot of sweeping. He swept a lot of crap under the rug, a lot of stuff, you know? Okay. We're not going to go into it further. Everything is all alleged, because I'm just saying what I'm hearing out there on here. That's all I'm doing, okay? I'm your voice. I'm the voice for everyone who's probably scared to say it, or whatever's going on in your mind, or maybe just to have someone to say, oh, I was thinking the same thing he was thinking. Just wouldn't say it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for you.
Have a statement now from President Donald Trump, the first that we have heard from him today. It says, this is the gunman's gun loaded with 2 additional full magazines and ready to go. What is that all about? Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to go to their job, that ICE had to protect themselves, not an easy thing to do. Why does Ilhan Omar have $34 million in her account? And where are the tens of billions of dollars that have been stolen from the once great state of Minnesota? We're there because of massive monetary fraud with billions of dollars missing, and illegal criminals that were allowed to infiltrate the state through the Democrats' open border policy. We want the money back. and we want it back now. Those fraudsters who stole the money are going to jail where they belong. This is no different than a really big bank.
You gotta pause to laugh. He said those fraudsters. You can picture his face while he's talking like that and thinking like that. He's crazy. All alleged. That's the president. Okay. I think we should talk about him with some type of respect, right? I don't know. I'm just saying what the people are saying, and that's what the people are saying too. You know what I'm saying? We should talk about him with some respect. I'm giving y'all what y'all want me to say. Okay? Let's keep it going.
Robbery. Much of what you're witnessing is a cover-up for this theft and fraud. The mayor and the governor are inciting insurrection with their pompous, dangerous, and arrogant rhetoric. Instead, these sanctimonious political fools should be looking for the billions of dollars that has been stolen from the people of Minnesota and the United States of America. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, have been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. If they were still there, you would see something far worse than you're witnessing today.
You hear this? That's the president. We gotta give it up for him. Wish I had the clap machine. We do a little 10-second clap for him, right? Because we got an amazing president. And doing a damn good job out there, you know, making sure that we're safe from the ICE. You know, he's doing a damn good job. He's just great at it. No one's getting killed, no one's getting harassed, no one's getting threatened. There's no protest going on. It's just beautiful out there. It's beautiful. He's doing a hell of a job. All alleged. Now, we got one more thing for you. And since, you know, everything is so beautiful outside, everybody is just outside for no reason. They have these beautiful signs up. It's snowing, and they're in bunches and bunches and bunches, and it's just, everybody's just enjoying the weather, you know? It's not a protest. It's not. Because we have a beautiful president that really has us rocking. Right now, we just have some people just are confused about what's going on. And he'll probably tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
One day after the deadly Minnesota shooting involving federal agents, demonstrators rallied in the Loop at Congress Plaza Sunday afternoon, turning grief into defiance as chants echoed through the air and handmade signs rose above. A crowd proving that even during cold temperatures, it could not chill their demand for justice and change.
We have seen the violence that this administration has emboldened in ICE and CBP, and it's important that we stand against this violence in all aspects.
This demonstration was sparked by Saturday's shooting of 37-year-old Alex Preddy by a U.S. Customs Border Patrol agent in Minneapolis. A woman was killed there in another incident earlier this month. In both cases, Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino has defended the actions of federal agents.
The news was absolutely awful for those of us on the ground. You know, we see that, and we see the people that we love, we see the people that we work with, and we just think that could have been easily one of us.
Elected officials from the lieutenant governor, Congress members, and state senators to Mayor Brandon Johnson stood among thousands of protesters, amplifying the calls for accountability.
Whether you are a Democrat, an independent, or even a Republican, we need you to vote now to put an end to Trump's terror.
We must start by abolishing ICE. We must prosecute them for the crimes that they are committing.
Now, you're not going to get for so many wins. Let's try to get him to get. You're not going to prosecute those dudes. They're not going to get prosecuted. But for him to maybe retrain them, send them back, or whatever, do something different, then let's just get them out of here, get them out the way, or get them to do their job better, because I doubt it if we're going to get some type of good justice where they're going to court and then going to jail. If that happens, I think we're doing much better as a people, right? Okay, now let's keep it going.
The protests spilled into the snow-covered streets, voices rising in strong opposition to deadly federal immigration enforcement measures.
This is what we do here in Chicago. We're not afraid of the snow, and we know that heat melts ice, and so we're going to bring the heat to the streets.
Over a federal plaza, a similar demonstration took place, with clergy from multiple faiths leading an interfaith prayer vigil in solidarity with the tragedy in Minneapolis, raising their voices against the violence and transforming prayer into a powerful demand for justice as well.
Let me tell y'all something. Let's, if y'all believe in something, believe in some type of hope, for these people that's over there. If you believe in God, say a prayer for those people over there. If you believe in, the universe, get the universe to shine some light over there. And, let's just, I guess, hope, have some faith that things will change and turn, tables will turn, over there, and things will get better. Until then, I don't know what else until then. But I'm going to catch you guys later. Thank you for joining me. Blessings to all, and to all a good night.